Hey there, Leo. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you and yours. We're going to be looking at your week of April 4th, 2022. Your past, your present, your future. We're going to look at some clarifiers for that and an oracle card as well at the end of the video. So hopefully you'll be sticking around for all that. Hope this will be resonating and clicking with you. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, we got some good energy in your past here already. Looking good there. Let's see what about your current energy. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. All right. Oh. Oh. Got a frog in my throat or something here. Jeez Louise. All right. I like it. Your card to watch out for this week is the Page of Swords here. You could be dealing with an air sign, so possibly Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini here. So could be dealing with one of them. Yeah, especially with the lover. Oh, and the sun. Ooh, that's some nice bottom of the card action going on here. Oh, wow, and the Knight of Swords too. Wow. Yeah, definitely could be an air sign of some sort with these two pages, or the Page and the Knight of Swords here. And it could definitely be a Gemini with the Lovers here you could be dealing with this week. But it's looking good. Like, this is looking overall positive here. I feel like you might be, like, again, dealing with an air sign. Definitely seems like a love sort of thing we got going on here. Possibly here. Maybe a big soulmate connection coming in for you. Oh, excuse me. This week here. Yeah, interesting. But let's look at your past energy here. I feel like there's a need, though, before we go on. It feels like there's a need to reach out, though, or a want. Oh, excuse me again, or a want to reach out here. You got the hiccups going on bad here. So, to start things off in your past, you got the Ace of Wands, the Happy Squirrel, and the Two of Swords here. That looks really good. I feel like there's something you're kind of wondering about, some sort of choice you want to make. Like, it looks like there's a lot of upside for one decision, like one path here, because we got the Happy Squirrel and the Ace of Wands here. Because it just feels like there's some sort of choice you need to make. Like, it feels like it's some sort of decision you've been thinking about here, you know. And it's definitely a decision where I would say move on to the new thing, because like the Two of Swords talks about, like you can see here, this card here, he's blindfolded and he's staying put, but behind him are new lands, new things to explore, new experiences to be had. And the Ace of Wands says, go for it, do the new thing, have fun, have these new experiences. It's the thumbs up card, like let's just go for it. And I feel like that's definitely saying, like, I feel like you should be choosing the new thing if you haven't already, but you've been seriously contemplating it, I feel. With the Happy Squirrel here, I feel like it's a choice that's going to overall make you happy. It's going to make you very, very fun to be around, very generous as well. The Happy Squirrel is someone who definitely is kind of like the positive, like, hey, let's be friends, let's help out, let's kind of like do the fun thing with people and be generous, like not be, mean to each other. Like the sad squirrel is the opposite, where you like hoard things. But the Happy Squirrel will happily share a meal with someone, share some time with someone, help someone out of a jam. So I feel like you're making a choice that's overall going to improve yourself here in a positive way, I feel. So let's get some clarifiers, see if we can feel out, see what that decision might be about here. What it might be pertaining to. Got the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands again, perfect, love it, and the Three of Swords. I feel like this is you cutting out somebody in your life. I feel like an Earth sign potentially with that Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Capricorn, Pisces, geez Louise, Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. Could be someone like that you want to cut out. Or someone who you maybe felt like, kind of, I want to say like they don't serve you anymore with that Three of Swords. Like it's kind of like that energy of like removing something that no longer serves you. You can experience a bit of heartbreak in that regard. So maybe this was a person that, for a long time, you liked having them around. You like being around them and stuff, and you have a lot of sentimental memories and stuff like that. Like you have a lot of fond memories here, like swords represent your thoughts, your memories, things like that. and I just kind of feel like that person maybe like at this point they're kind of not helping you out anymore, right? They're kind of actively not like actively harming you, maybe probably not intentionally, but like they're just kind of like you outgrown them, right? Or you've kind of moved on, right? Whereas you've kind of want to choose happiness, you want to have fun, and you want to move on to like pastures greener. They're kind of, I feel like this person's just kind of staying put, like, you know, because the queen is sitting on her throne here and not really, and she's patiently waiting for things to grow, waiting things to kind of happen naturally, being very patient. But you want to go out there and you're tired of waiting around and you're tired of doing that kind of stuff. You want to go out and get things here, I feel. So yeah, it's okay to kind of like, we outgrow some people sometimes, right? I used to have friends that I kind of outgrew where they, you know, they just want to sit around and play video games all the time and stuff and hang out and whatever. And like, they didn't think about like, how can I improve my situation? How can I grow as a person? How can I do stuff like that, right? Whereas like I have a new friend group that's very much in that vein. They very much want to grow. They very much want to improve their situation where they can, you know, which I think is great. Like, I think it's good to be around people like that who aren't not necessarily ever complacent. Like they can be satisfied, they can enjoy their life, but they're never complacent. So I feel like that's kind of something that's going on here for you. Hello, Journey. You're getting a little too close for my comfort, buddy. But we got the Nine of Pentacles here. We got the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Five of Swords here in your present energy. Definitely could be encountering someone new here at present. Could be a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I feel like it's especially a Scorpio because we have their card, the Death card, here in your future. So that looks really good. So you could be encountering that kind of a person in your present. I feel like this is someone maybe you want to reach out to. Someone maybe you feel like a real connection with. Someone you could be really happy with the sun there. So I feel like reaching out is a good idea. I feel like you might feel, though, here with that Five of Swords, like you're kind of in an unfair place because it may feel like, you know, you're very independent at this time. You kind of want to focus on you, but this person seems like they're perfect for you. Like they seem like they're your soulmate. They seem like that's the person you're supposed to be with. But it kind of seems unfair because right now you're really focusing on you so much here. I feel like you're independent enough, though, that you can bring someone else in, though. I feel that is definitely for sure. Because it definitely, with the Nine of Pentacles, talks about being independent, talks about being, you know, stable on your own, enjoying your life, right? Enjoying the hard work you've put in. And I feel like, you know, maybe you just don't have the time here. But the Nine of Pentacles talks about what do we put value on, right? Like maybe all you need to do is just schedule things out a little different, right? Or lighten your load or do something like that. Because the Nine of Wands is very much a card of enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? This is a vineyard that this flower owns here, that is their vineyard, and it's sort of say like they can just kind of enjoy the vineyard, enjoy the kind of like the natural income from it, because they have people that work the vineyard that make wine for them and such that they would sell or just keep to enjoy. And I feel like that's really something here. It's like saying like maybe you can just lighten your load a little bit and that will make the time for this person, right? Because I feel like you've worked hard enough as is. So let's get some clarifiers for that, and then we'll move into your future cards here and into your oracle message. So let's take a look. What do we got for you here, Leo? All right, you got the Two of Wands, the Hangman, and the Two of Pentacles here. Yeah, a choice definitely needs to be made. We've had 3 2s for you here with that Two of Swords back here as well. So 222, that's an angel number. I can't remember what that... I'm so bad with the angel numbers. I think it means change. I'm pretty positive it does, but don't quote me on that. Go... excuse me, a quick little Google search will straighten that out for you. But we got the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Hangman here. Yeah, definitely a choice needs to be made. And I feel like you need to look at it in a different way than you normally would, right? Instead of looking at it as like in a situation here where I feel like you're really focused on you and really focused on your work and things like that, I feel like you need to look at it in a different way and look at it more of like a, this is all going so well, you know, I can afford to bring someone in. I can afford to, you know, look at you know, enjoying my life that way. We got the Two of Pentacles repeating it here, actually, which we'll get into in your future here. But this really kind of, to me, with the Hangman especially, is kind of saying, like, look at things from a different perspective. Like, you know, if this person, if you feel like this person is, you know, worth it, you know, you feel like this person is going to bring you love, is going to bring you happiness, right? Like what we have here with these cards, I would say, like, reach out to them. Reach out to them. If they're that worth it, you can make it work, right? If you want it bad enough, you can make it work. You can figure something out here. You know, like I say, like the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, but it's also a card of enjoying yourself, right? It's a card, you know, so like I feel like maybe lighten your load a bit. Maybe, you know, talk to somewhere, you know, about how you can manage your workload better, or how you can do this better, you know, maybe scheduling things so that you have more time here, but not sacrificing, you know, your work for love or something like that, or sacrificing love for work, you know. I feel like that's something you really need to weigh in here. I feel like you can find something stable you can maintain for a long time here with these two. The Two of Wands, of course, talking about stability, talking about, you know, weighing your options, looking at things here. You can see with the world in his hands, kind of looking at things and kind of like a grander scale rather than looking at it on kind of like the micro level. Kind of look at things as a whole here. I feel like it might help you a lot. And with the Two of Pentacles, like I say, something you can maintain for a while. You can see that infinity symbol wrapped around the pentacles, representing something that can last forever in theory. So I just feel like you have an opportunity for something here, something big here, but it's just whether you're willing to, you know, make the change, make the decision, that kind of stuff. So in your future cards, we're looking good. Remember I said this could be a Scorpio coming in here with that Page of Cups. That's because we got the Death card here. That is Scorpio's card. We also have the Two of Pentacles repeating, and we have Emperor here, which is Aries card. So you could also be dealing with an Aries here. But that Aries card, the Emperor, is really great. I love that, especially with Death here, where we're talking about like this decision here, because Death represents a cycle coming to an end. It represents some sort of change happening in your life. And the Emperor represents maturing, represents bossing up, represents being ready for anything. You know, he can see here, the Emperor is sort of wearing a robe, but he's also wearing armor here underneath. Like, he's ready to go to war, but he's also ready for diplomacy as well. And having balance, like we were talking about with that Two of Wands, he has balance. Like, you'd be kind of surprised with the Emperor, but the Emperor has a nice balance of his masculine and feminine energy, as well as a good balance of everything in his life. You know, you wouldn't think that. You think the Emperor would be very masculine. He would be very tough. He would be very confrontational, but he isn't afraid to show his feminine side. He isn't afraid to, you know, take things in a diplomatic fashion, you know? So I feel like that's very much what we're looking for here, is like just maturing and growing and being ready and kind of striking that balance here. With the Two of Pentacles, again, there's that maintaining of that energy, a maintaining of the good here. I feel like this cycle that you're changing into is this maturity, is this diplomacy, is this balance, is this, you know, everything you need to maintain for a long time to come. And I feel like you can do that with this person here. So I really like that. That's looking great. Let's get some clarifiers here, and then we'll wrap everything up with an oracle card for you, Leo. So let us take a look, see what we got for you, Leo. All right, what do we have for our Leos? We got the Seven of Swords, we got the Five of Wands, and we got the Magician. Wonderful. All wonderful cards. With the Seven of Swords in particular, I want to draw attention to this. I don't know if you can see it so well here, but he's got those swords he's carrying. He's carrying them by the blades. And that's really, to me, screaming about this is, how are you going to handle this? Like, be very considerate on how you're going to handle this. Like, I feel like that's going to be your major thing. I feel like being dismissive of this situation, saying like, oh, I just don't have the time for it, is not a good way to handle things. That's a way to get yourself hurt. You know, that's a way to be like, well, I just don't have time for things. And then you just like super focus down on work, and then you miss out on like a real solid opportunity here, right? The Five of Wands, I feel, is the card, is really important here as well. Of course, it came out. So of course it's important, Charles. But the Five of Wands talks about improvements in our life. It talks about building ourselves up. You know, you can see there's a lot of conflict here, which fives are notorious for. But the Five of Wands, I always look at it as a card of these people are training. These people are improving themselves. These people are trying to grow, right? And I feel like that's something. I feel like if you start doing that, if you start trying to improve yourself, you start trying to grow, you start trying to find a better version of you, you're going to be able to maintain this with this person. You're going to be able to find that growth. You're going to be able to find that happiness with this person. And with the Magician saying, like, you can manifest this into reality. Like, nothing is impossible, you know? Like, if you... Like, one of my favorite stories, I know this isn't love related, but it's about a guy named Diamond Dallas Page. He's still alive. It's not like he's dead, but he was a professional wrestler back in the 90s. And he got into wrestling when he was like in his like early mid 30s, which is like, if you know anything about professional wrestling, that's like by then you should be winding your career down or starting to, right? Like that's when you're kind of starting to go into your twilight. But he started to learn to wrestle back then, and he ended up becoming a really big like star in WCW back then. Despite it all, like he overcame the odds, and that to me is like a huge thing in my mind. Is like that always tells me there's nothing that's impossible. Like you can get into something like that with your body being like that age, where like people should be like, oh well, you know, like I know I'm like in my early 30s myself, and I know if I sleep the wrong way, I'm crippled up for the rest of the day, right? Like it's getting old happens, but with him, it's like he got into a professional wrestling sport at like older than I am now, and a sport that's very physically intensive, and like you get knocked around a lot and you get a lot of injuries and stuff, but he made a name for himself despite that. Like, and I think that's really brilliant. I feel like this, like you can find it, like you can find the path here. You just gotta like believe that you can. You gotta think positive, you know, maybe do some meditating, maybe do some, you know, listen to those, like when you sleep, the like positive messages, right? Things like that. I feel like that's gonna like help you here, because I feel like you really can do this. Like I just feel like whether you want to put the time in or not, whether you want to try and find a way, whether you want to try and look at things from a different perspective here in order to find it. So let's look at your oracle message, wrap this all up for you. Hope this has been helping you out. This has been resonating with you. If it's been resonating, hey, leave a comment down below. Oh, we got a pop out. Oh my God. Excuse me. But yeah, if it's resonating, leave a comment down below. Always love to hear that things are resonating with people and things are helping them out. But we got the exchange gift cards, number 27. So let's take a look at this and see what we got for you here. Almost flipped right to it. All right, exchanging gifts. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you are choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. And I feel like that's really hitting on all the notes we've been talking about here. Like, you know, if you're willing to put in, you know, the effort to find a place in your life for this person, you're going to be rewarded with happiness, right? If you're willing to put in the time and commit to it, and it's not just going to be something where you're like, oh, I'll just try squeeze them in if I can or something. Well, then, you know, you're gonna hurt yourself in that way. You know, if you're not, you know, giving it your all, you know, if you're just kind of kicking tires, testing the waters, right? But if you go in there and say, I really want to add this person into my life, or I want to add someone into my life here, and really commit to that, like finding room for that person, then absolutely, I think you're going to be overflowing with happiness, with those opportunities. There's a big time opportunity here, I feel, for you, Leo. So I hope that helped you out. Hope that resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, hey, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, you can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos after this one. See what might all be coming for you in the week ahead. And I will see you next time.